Welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. I got a special guest. I can't even really call him a guest because we podcast a lot, but the CEO of Brothers of Sobriety. I got Cleveland Showtime Homes in the building.
What's going on, people? What's going on, y'all?
Appreciate you. One thing I got to say about the sober group, I'm really impressed because you are really sober and you're leading by example, I will say, because a lot of people that have these different groups don't lead by example, and you're actually drug-free and alcohol-free.
Yes.
So to me, it's leading by example, trying to help somebody else. So tell us, what made you want to start this Brothers Sobriety group?
So the Brotherhood of Sobriety, like it came about because I'll give you the backstory. Okay. So I quit drinking and everything when I was 29. So I'm 34. I'm going on my 5th year now.
Okay.
And I just remember the feeling when I decided, like, okay, I'm not about to do this stuff no more. It was almost like a alone feeling. You know, like, where do I go? What do I do? Who do I hang out with? You know, you go to things like AA meetings, the majority of the people is your parents' age. You know what I'm saying? Or people that's court ordered to be there and they not really taking it seriously. At the time that I started going to the AA, I was court ordered. But most AA meetings I went to in the past, I didn't really get much out of them. Now today that reality is a little different. I've figured out how to get something from them. So I'm more of a fan of it, but I still want something that's like more relatable to my demographic, you know, people my age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, something that for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, because our society kind of feels like being sober is for super young kids or super old people. But that in between part is like you're supposed to just party your face off. When in reality, there's a lot of us out here dealing with alcoholism, drug habits, but it's viewed as this is what you're supposed to be doing. Listen to the music, watch the party. You know, you're supposed to be partying.
Right.
But it's a lot of people not handling their business and they're actually like going through crises. and there's a lot of it is drug and alcohol related. Like people are full blown alcoholics. And just because you're 30, it's acceptable. So it's taking these people a long time to fix the problem. And by the time they go to fix the problem, it's like you've wasted a lot of time and you've lost everything. You know, and I'm trying to create a space where these people who I know there's people out here who are thinking about this, but they don't really feel, they don't want to feel left out. They don't want to feel like an outsider.
So this is the thing. Depending on the people you're around, right? Because I used to be a big drinker, didn't really get into drugs. And the people I was around, which still are my friends today, some of them were into drugs and alcohol, but they were never the type of people to where I say, I don't want to drink. They would force you. If you don't want to drink, don't drink. Just enjoy yourself.
Right.
So it also, that's the biggest thing, I think, is the peer pressure, the people you're around.
Yes.
Because like you said, you don't want to feel left out. And then now I don't have no friends because I'm not getting higher, I'm not getting drunk. And I think that's what keeps people from actually being sober, is the people they're around.
That's definitely a huge component of that. Probably the single biggest. If all my friends are partying or all my friends are drunk, because like still to this day, I got cats that I call my brothers. They still drink.
Right.
Do I hang out with them as tough as I used to? No, but then again, I don't hang out with anyone as much as I used to because now I have like a bigger family.
Exactly.
And I'm focused on other things that I put on the back burner to go drink and party.
Exactly.
You know, the things that I probably would have done already.
Exactly.
So, but the people you're around is definitely a huge piece of that. So I'm trying to create a network or a space where there's people that are cool. You know, like for all intents and purposes, like I feel like I'm still a cool person where I'm not just like, oh, that's just boring old Cleve. He don't do too much of nothing. That nigga just don't drink. He just sit at home and like I still like shit.
How's that boring? To me, boring is fun because you can make fun out of boring depending on who you are. I don't always get drunk and all this other stuff, but we've been around me and you have fun together.
Yeah,
and we don't get tore up.
Right.
You don't have to get tore up to have fun.
Right. But like, that's us two.
Right.
Now, my homeboy might feel different when he's with a different group of people.
I get you.
Where like you sitting with these cats and they all drinking, it's like, oh, okay, I have one with you. Where if you were sitting by yourself, maybe it would have been easier to not do it. I guess what I'm just really wanting to create this safe space that actually makes sobriety look appealing. Because it doesn't really look that appealing until you hit rock bottom.
Catch you.
But if I can present something that looks appealing before you ever get to that point, maybe it will save some people before they get there. Because some people hit rock bottom, but their rock bottom is an overdose. You know, and you don't get to hit the rock bottom and then climb back out the hole. You hit rock bottom and splat.
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to create a space where it's like, hey, look, you know, that shit that you thinking about in the back of your mind, doing that sober life that you thinking about living in the back of your mind is actually still cool. It's actually still fun things to do. Like when we were children, we had fun. We all weren't high-ass 5-year-olds, and we enjoyed life.
We were sugared up, but not high.
Right. Yeah, you might have had a non-later coma going on, but I'm high off non-laters and Laffy Taffies and shit, but you still had fun. And what I've realized through this time of being sober is a lot of that stuff you enjoy as a child, you still enjoy as an adult.
Exactly.
Like we like to be like, oh, that's childish. A lot of that childish shit.
It's fun.
It's fun, or it evolves. You know, you take it to the next step. Maybe I used to like jumping out of high trees and shit when I was young. Now I go skydiving. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's levels to it. I still get my thrills a lot of the same ways I did when I was a kid.
Like me, I still like go-karts.
Yeah.
I love go-karts.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, that's fun.
When I was a kid, I still like it.
That's some shit that if you sitting around drinking all the time, you're probably not going to go do.
No.
Because you like, shit, I'm drunk, I don't even want to be out driving.
But sober, you can go have fun and do it.
You like, I'm looking for something to do. I got the energy to go do it. These go-karts might be 45 minutes away, but you don't mind going and going to find them.
Right.
And doing that shit. Or you might go play fucking putt-putt or something, you know, just different shit.
I will say, drunk bowling is the best. There's nothing. Sober bowling's fun, but drunk bowling is the best.
I used to like drunk bowling. Now I do sober bowling and I bowl way better.
I didn't say I wasn't a better bowler sober. I just said it's more fun because after the, what do you call it, the ninth, whatever, what is it called?
Frame.
I have like 13 points, you know?
Yeah,
a point and a half each.
Yeah, see, a score like that, I'm not even playing against you. I'm not even playing against you. We bowl one game, I'm out of here.
Oh, man. But the same thing what we're trying to say, the same things you can do under the influence, you can do sober and still have fun.
Yeah, and it's like in today's society, we combating like that lifestyle on a daily basis. Like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You watching TV, there's liquor commercials, there's beer commercials. Every commercial with a drink in it is this great party going on, or it's this lovely nightcap going on. When in reality, most of the times you drinking, you at this same little bar, niggas not really partying, they just sitting down getting drunk. Or you sitting at home with your homeboy drinking. It ain't no lovely nightcap. It's you and the fellas. Or it's you, maybe it's a couple females. You and your woman. If both of y'all drink together all the time, y'all probably get the fussing and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes, but everybody that drink couples don't mean they always, when they drunk, fight. But there are those two, like, oh, as soon as they get drunk, we about to leave.
I'm talking about the ones that have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's some people who can drink responsibly. They can be out, they can have 2 drinks, and they can say, oh, no, I don't want any more. I'm going to drive when I leave here.
Right.
And then still stay in the space.
Right.
Enjoy themselves and go home.
Exactly.
I envy them. I cannot do that.
Like a responsible adult. That is
I cannot do that. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people that can. Something's wrong with them. They're like marsh.
I mean, I can't, there's days I go to the bar and don't drink. I just go eat and get some juice and bottle water, eat, talk, and go home. There's plenty of times I go and not drink.
I think going and not drinking.
It's not for the alcohol.
I think going and not drinking is easier than going and having a drink or 2 and then leaving.
Yeah, because once that first and second drink, and then you're talking to somebody, and you like, I'm feeling this.
If I don't have a drink, it's easy for me not to drink. If I have a drink, it's hard for me not to have another.
That's how I am. Yeah, I understand.
If you read the little excerpt, you might be an alcoholic.
Probably so.
It says, if when you want to, I'm paraphrasing because I'm getting it wrong. If when you want to, you honestly try to stop or control the amount that you take in, and you can, you might be an alcoholic. It doesn't say you are. It says you might be.
It's all mental.
Yeah, because it's like a person that's not an alcoholic could say, here, I'm going to sip this.
Right, and put it down.
Set it down. It can sit there. They can engage with you and talk for as long as y'all sitting there, and they are not concerned
at all
with that drink that's sitting there next to them because they said, I'm just going to sit there. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do it. I would, if that was a 5th, I would drink the 5th.
All of it.
I would try. I would drink until either the liquor was gone or I was asleep or I left from around it. So
let me ask you this for the people that like you that had a problem, right? Because you can't quit cold turkey.
Why?
Because, I'm going to be honest. When you try to quit something cold turkey, you go back to it. And I'm going to be honest because I used to smoke. I couldn't quit cold turkey. So what I would do, because I smoked cigarettes, I went up to a pack a day. So what I would do, I would lay 5 cigarettes out a day for a week. Smoke that 5. The next week, I'm laying out 3 a day. That's all I smoke. The next week, 1 a day. The next week, none. And that's how I quit smoking. But I had my mindset, this is what I really want to do. So with people, when you stop drinking, don't quit cold turkey. Okay? If you drink a half a 5th once a week, cut it down by half. Say, I'm only going to drink because you can't just quit.
I think different strokes for different folks. I quit cold turkey. I quit cold turkey. I had to.
But see,
I can't control the amount I drink if I'm drinking. So I can't. That's not me.
Okay.
If I got a pint and I say, okay, I drink this pint a day, or I drink this pint and a half a day, I'm going to just take it to half a pint.
Or just buy half a pint, not a whole pint.
And then I'm going to go back to the store.
No,
because now I'm drunk. Like now I got a little buzz going and I need to finish.
That's when you're not trying to help yourself. You got to have a mindset, okay, if I'm going to quit, I have to quit, but it's not going to be today. It can't be just, if you're a true alcoholic, you can't just stop.
You have to.
Unless it's like life-threatening.
You have to.
All I used to do was drink. You can't trust me. I quit 2 or 3 times. I was sober for 2 years, then started back up again. You can't just stop.
But I don't know.
It tastes too good.
I don't know if it's called quitting if you do it more than once. It's like you took a break.
It tastes so good. On tap.
Yeah, that's
on tap. That blue moon with the orange tastes so good. You can't just quit.
And look, people right here, we are seeing alcoholism right here. Right here in the moment. This is alcoholism right here.
I'm being honest. It tastes so good.
This is what we're talking about. You might just want to cold turkey that. Might just want to cold
Maybe so. Maybe so. But what I'm saying,
and even like with cold turkey, they have detox centers.
okay,
Because actually, cold turkey and alcohol can be dangerous depending on your level of alcoholism. See, how I did it myself, I had some court shit coming up because I went out to Puddin' Bay. I got arrested. I was already on probation. So I wasn't even supposed to be in Puddin' Bay. I wasn't supposed to be leaving the county without telling my PO. But I'm grown. Fuck you, dog. I'm not telling you shit. I'm not asking you for permission. I'm going. So I went, I got arrested. I got out. I come back. Now I'm nervous. Because it's like, damn, he gonna find out. And I didn't like that feeling. See, me, I'm not like a person that operates in fear. Like I don't like the feeling of fear. I'm like, people, they have the fight or flight response. Mine is fight.
right.
So like, if I feel scared, I get angry and I want to do something about it. I got to eliminate this fear because that's such an uncomfortable emotion for me.
Got you.
So I get up one morning. I got my little liquor left from the day before because I was by my little fifth. And so I have something left in the morning. Look, this is how ill I am, right? I got the bottle. I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth. Bottle in my hand. I'm about to hit that motherfucker. Like,
That's true alcohol.
I'm about to, and I'm like, and I just poured that shit out. I called the guy that's my sponsor. Well, he wasn't my sponsor at the time, but I called him. I said, hey, I'm probably about to go to jail. But when I get out, I like to start working with you. He like, we can start right now. So the part of AA that I agree with the most is the 12 steps. See, when those are not something that like, okay, you can tell me your story. You can tell me whatever you think about something, however you interpret life. It can hit or it cannot. The 12 steps, I think, are they're exact. This is what this is. It's not open to interpretation, and I think they work. They're well thought out. Whoever, when they came up with those, they did what they were supposed to do. So I do agree with those. So we did like steps 1 and 2 right there on the spot. I ended up not going to jail for a couple days because I called my PO, told him what happened because I was at the point where I'm like, I'm fearing this man that I'm not even scared of. Like, I'm not scared of you. Why does this man have this power over me where I'm feeling nervous? So I'm like, nah, I ain't living like this. I called him. What's up? This what happened. What you want to do about it? He like, well, on your report days, come down and we'll figure it out. I already knew what that meant. That meant I'm locking you up when I see you.
Pretty much.
So I didn't go on my report day. I got all my shit in the line. I finished my work week out, so I made it to the end of the pay period. So that way I knew once I got locked up, I had a check coming.
Right.
And then I just turned myself in when I got ready, which was a few days after that, and went on about my way. I ended up sitting down for a month because I was on probation. They ended up only giving me a month of the time. I got out, and I haven't drank since the day I poured that shit down the sink.
That's good. But see, what you're telling the people is it's a mental obsession. It's a mental obsession.
It's a mental obsession.
And when we do these cleanses, like you see people online do these cleanses, sometimes we need a mental cleanse. We need to clear our minds because the reason is not that you're alcoholic because you don't have nothing to do. You are alcoholic because it's a reason you are alcoholic.
Yes.
It's a reason why somebody's a drug addict. It's a reason for everything. You might be an alcoholic because you lost your mother, or you might be an alcoholic because you lost your wife or your best friend. It's a reason. So instead of us trying to say, you're an alcoholic, okay, why are you this? Okay, this is why? Well, let's try to do this to help. And I figured out when I was looking at your page and you were setting these weekly challenges out. One thing I did see today when you said, write something down positive that happened today. Because a lot of people pick up the bottle and pick up drugs because there's so much negative in their life and they don't have anything positive. But once you said, write something, what happened that was good today? Write that down. That way you can go back and say, you know what? Something good did happen today. I don't have to drink or I don't have to do that drug. And I seen that on your page.
Yeah, and like that mental, you're correct when you say people are alcoholics, addicts for a reason.
Yeah.
But that reason varies. That's another reason that I do agree with the 12 steps. Because in those 12 steps, you end up looking for that. You end up seeing the reason. You see these lists of resentments and wrongs that you've done, and you end up admitting them to someone.
Gotcha.
So if you get into that, it's good to pick somebody you trust or somebody that is a complete stranger that you feel comfortable saying some shit to.
Gotcha.
Cause I didn't unloaded some shit on a random person at a bus stop. Like, hey man, look, I know they probably was looking at me like, why the fuck is he telling me this? And it's like, you don't know me.
So what really stuck out to me, like you said, the in-between people, not kids or old people like in their 25, 30s, they feel like they have to do something. You're kind of right. Because not too long ago, 14, 15 years ago, I was in that 23, 24, where I was always felt like I had to, because where I was living at the time, we was always kicking it. It was always a party. And at a party, it's going to be drugs and alcohol.
And it's so normalized that it's like, it almost makes a person feel weird if they not.
And it's crazy because before I went to college, I never drank, never got high. My first year, I didn't drink, but I seen a lot of things I'd never seen before because I never hung out with people that, did drugs. I had a friend that was an alcoholic since we was kids, but that's different because I knew him. Well, the first time I seen somebody do coke, I'm like, oh, people really do that? Then my second year of college, I'm drinking somebody doing coke. I'm like, okay, he's doing coke. It got normal to see people do different things that shouldn't be normal.
Yeah.
It got normal for me to walk in the room like, hey, what's up, James? What you doing? You want to do a cake stand? Like, it got normal.
It's not uncommon for people to go to college and come home with an addiction.
And I had one.
It's not uncommon.
And it was alcohol.
Well, look, judging how you talking about that blue moon, you still got it.
It tastes so good. I just want to put my tongue in it. It just tastes so good. It tastes so sweet.
But it's definitely something that, especially in our community, and by our community, I mean Black. Like, I mean, the Brotherhood of Sobriety is not only for Black people, but like, that's a demographic that I can relate to on a higher level than just alcoholics. Mm. In our community, it's super normal to be just a drunk ass nigga.
And we have a term for that. When you're not drinking, not doing alcohol, they call you lame to the game.
Yeah, you lame, you square.
It's okay to be lame to the game. I don't want to be a 60-year-old guy at the gas station drunk begging for change. I don't want to be depending on alcohol, because the thing is, alcohol and drugs is nothing like a Band-Aid. It's a temporary patch. It's a temporary fix. Whatever problems you're going through, and I want the kids to listen, that alcohol and those drugs only make you feel good temporarily. It's a reason why that stuff wears off. Then you got to do it again so you can try to get high or drunk again. It goes away for a reason.
And then you done did some dumb shit while you was drunk. So now you feel embarrassed. So now you drinking even more.
You could be in jail.
I've woke up in jail on numerous occasions. Like, damn, that shit was real last night. Fuck.
Think you had a dream, you wake up in jail. I met a guy that was high on something, went to jail. One of the nicest guys I ever met when I was in jail. Nice guy. He was like, man, I was high on everything, and I woke up, I was in jail. And now I'm looking at 50 years. Man, the guy was a nice young guy, very respectful, but when you get on drugs and alcohol, especially people I know, I hate to see, because when you look and you talk, it's like you're not the same person. And it's scary because you're not the person I actually know. You're somebody else when you're on this.
Yeah.
And the hard part is when you try to help some of them, they get mad at you. Like, I got a couple friends like, you need to stop drinking. And I used to drink with them like, hey, I see a little bit of you and me, cut it down, because bad things happen, we make bad decisions. And then they get mad at you. Then when your other friends like, why don't you say something? But every time I do, they get mad. So what do you want me to say?
You can't save nobody that don't want to be saved.
But remember, kids and adults, a sober mind is a clear mind. There's nothing wrong with being sober. He actually used to do a comedy show here in Wickliffe, Ohio, on Euclid Avenue. It's still up there at the PHA.
They turned it to a wine bar.
I liked it because just the thing, it was a sober lounge, right? So
ain't that funny how they did the 360?
Yeah.
They went from sober lounge to wine bar.
I think it's nice at a club for people that don't drink, because there's a lot of people that don't drink alcohol. There should be nightclubs for people that want to go out and dance and have fun, and there's no alcohol.
And they're starting to pop up.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they're starting to pop up, and I actually want to get my hands in that. That's something that me and my fiance talk about. That's something we kind of want to get into. But first things first. But that's actually that's gonna be coming in the future. That's gonna be coming.
The thing is, people that don't drink want to go out and have fun, and they don't want to be around the temptation of alcohol.
She likes going out dancing.
Yeah,
but it's like, where do we go dance?
Like a couple places.
Like as opposed to like we could go dance on vacation, but then it's like, why we gotta wait for that?
No, you gotta go with me to my spots. You might have to take your pistol, but listen, I'm telling you, you can get your two-step on. I'm telling you, I'll be two-stepping with the ladies. I'll be line dancing with them. I always go on ladies' night because that's when it's fun.
Of course, but see, I
always go ladies' night.
Me and her might not want to go nowhere.
No, because
me and you might want to go on ladies.
No, you take her because that's the night y'all dance. The other night you're not going to be able to enjoy with her. You know, it's going to be riffraff. So you want to go on the ladies'
night. I'll check you out. I see
you bring her with you.
She don't like bars.
But it's a fun time.
See, me, I don't know. I can go to bars and not drink. I mean, I don't just go kicking it in bars, like just, hey, no reason to be here, but I'm gonna just go chill. Like, no, if I got a reason, I'll go. And then I won't drink. I don't recommend everybody do that.
Right.
But whenever I go, I have a good reason to be there. Like maybe it's somebody's birthday. I come show love. You know, we sing happy birthday, bring them a cake there.
Got you.
Do what we gonna do. I leave.
Got you.
Everybody else stay. By the time everybody start filling their drinks, I'm sliding out the door.
I'll say this though, because we're gonna get out of here. But I will say this. One thing you can do if you're having problems with alcohol and drugs, and if you really want to test yourself, you're trying to get better. When you go to the bars or clubs, instead of drinking, order a non-alcoholic beverage, order you something to eat, do something you usually don't do. If it's like, if you go on a night where they have line dances, learn a new line dance. Substitute something negative with positive. Okay?
I recommend if you new to sobriety, don't go to the bar.
It worked for me.
Huh?
It worked for me. I go to the bar. I
still drink.
Not all the time. I just go eat and dance and talk to women and do the line dance.
But you drink.
Not really. I drink cranberry and water half the time. I don't really be drinking.
Blue Moon?
Sometimes. That's only at the casino.
I'm saying people that are trying to be completely alcohol free.
But you
I don't recommend just newly sober going to the bar.
Listen, I used to drink moonshine and then get in my car and drive to the bar.
Me too.
So that's how you test yourself.
Moonshine in the
You have to test yourself. You have to have a strong. You have to.
It's certain tests you don't need to. You don't need.
You need it.
You don't need to test yourself at a bar. If you're trying to be completely sober, you don't need to test
Go
yourself.
to the bar and learn a line dance.
You can learn a line dance somewhere other than the bar.
Where they line dance at?
They have line dancing classes. People do this.
Yeah, but you want to get over this alcohol.
You do, but you don't have to force it.
You can't go in there and do the Cleveland Shuffle.
Some people can, some people can't.
Go in there and hit that shuffle.
If you just quit drinking 2 weeks ago, I don't recommend going to the bar to line dance.
I do. Go into that bar.
You gonna listen
Face
to the
your fears. Face your fears at the bar.
You gonna listen to the sober guy. You gonna listen to Blue Moon. I'm just saying. You know.
Tell them where to find you so they can be a part of your program.
So on Facebook we got the Brotherhood of Sobriety. It's only on Facebook at the moment. The YouTube channel's coming. You can catch me at Showtime Homes on Facebook, Cleveland Showtime Homes on every other social media handle. That's Cleveland Showtime Homes. I got a CDC license recently, so I'm actually helping people. You know, we do one-on-ones, or you can go out to this treatment centers that I go to, and if you want to work with me in person, yeah, I'm out here.
Man, look, meet us at the bar. We're going to hit the booty bounce. Let me see that booty bounce. Let me see. Do they know that outside of Ohio? Is that just
I don't
Ohio
know.
line dance? My bad. We big in Ohio. We big on line dances. So
You go get drunk with James if you want.
no, look, y'all come with me.
Well,
We
you
go to the
just
bar.
know.
We gonna drink water and cranberry juice. Shit, get some Polish boys, do some line dance, and not think about alcohol and have fun.
I know some places
On ladies' night.
I know some places that are coffee shops or kava or tea shops where you can go and dance and do your 1-2 and there's no alcohol there. So
That's
you can
good.
do that there. And that's also something that the Brotherhood of Sobriety is going to be implementing. We're going to be getting like group meetups where, you know, we all get together, do fun stuff, maybe rent party centers and things. You know, of course, they'll come with a small fee because we got to support this shit. It ain't coming out of my pocket altogether. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, but I got a family.
All right, we getting out of here. Follow Hit Show. Hit the subscribe button since we are on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. All the social platforms. We're on social media platforms. Follow us at Hit Show Podcast. And also follow him at his Crosscast on YouTube. All right, we out.
Peace.
Let's get out of here. It's 30. That was good. 30 minutes.